Just to round up the podcast, starting with the other leagues, of course, I already mentioned Victor Osimhen's amazing performance for Galatasaray against Alanyaspor, 17th league goal of the season, and yet another winning goal to take Galatasaray from the brink of a draw. Next up for them, they play Antalyaspor at home on Friday ahead of Osimhen linking up with the national team. Osimhen Samuel is still injured, so he's not been featured for Fenerbahce, but let's see if he's fit enough to play a part for the Super Eagles in our games against Rwanda and Zimbabwe. As for Anthony Dennis, he was dropped from the initial list, but his Gotsebe team remained sixth, even though they lost 3-1 to Sivasspor on Sunday. And next up, they play Eyüpspor at home on Sunday. David Okereke also played 90 minutes for Gaziantep as they beat Besiktas 2-1 on Monday. So that's a big result for Gaziantep as they remain 8th. Zedu Sanusi for Porto came off the bench in 77th minute as Porto lost 1-0 to Braga on Saturday. This has to be the worst Porto side in a long time, man. Villas Boas, you're the president. Sort it out, man. What's going on? But next up for them, they play AVS Football SAD at home on Saturday. So look out for that game. Solaro Kadari played 85 minutes for Genk as they beat FCV Denda 1-0 on Saturday. Next up for them, they play Union Saint-Gilloise on Saturday, so hopefully he can get back to scoring ways. And the boost of him being called up will also add to his ginger to play this match. As for Rafael Edika, he played 45 minutes, got a yellow card as Club Brugge beat Cercle Brugge 3-1 on Sunday. He probably played 45 minutes because they have an eye on their Champions League tie tomorrow, where they'll be playing Aston Villa at Villa Park. So look out for that one, although it's going to be a tough one because they lost 3-1 at home, even though they're very unlucky. But as I said in last week's episode, I think it's karma from their luck that they got against Atalanta because they're very lucky to beat Atalanta. And then on Sunday, we'll see them play Sporting Charleroi. As for Jordan Torunariga, unlucky not to be called up, but he played 90 minutes for Ghent as they beat Royal Antwerp 1-0. They remain 6th in the league, and next up for them, they play Kotrigic at home. In Greece, I already mentioned Onyemachi's brilliant performance for Olympiacos over the weekend against Crete. It must be mentioned that he played 9 minutes in the Europa League round of 16 on Thursday as Olympiacos got thrashed 3-0 by Bodo Glimt. So the European adventure is pretty much likely over, but you just never know. It's still football. Let's see what happens on Thursday in the 5:45 p.m. kickoff, which will be 6:45 p.m. in Nigeria. And in Scotland, as I already mentioned, Cyriel Dessers was unbelievable for Rangers in their game against Fenerbahce on Thursday. Mourinho's team are probably done, but if there's a manager and a team that could pull off an upset at Ibrox, it could be Fenerbahce. But if you ask me, I think this tie is done and dusted. And hopefully we could see Cyriel Dessers continue to play well in this game. Leon Balogun also played in this game. He came off the bench in 29th minute due to an injury to his teammate. And they didn't have any game this weekend as they're preparing for the second leg. So look out for that game. And then after, they've got the big Old Firm derby on Sunday as they play Celtic away. But there's no chance of them winning the league in Scotland. So that one is just a formality. As for Daniel Daga, he was on the bench for Molde in their Conference League game against Legia Warsaw, which they won 3-2 on Thursday. Let's see if he gets any minutes in the second leg this Thursday that's coming. And I already mentioned what Stein Nwabali did for Chippa United despite their 1-0 loss to Orlando Pirates. Next up for them, they play Polokwane City at home on Saturday.